Well, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me at the back there? Yeah, great stuff. Just to introduce myself, my name is Doug Russell. I'm the Health and Safety Officer for USDOT, the Shop Workers Trade Union, and also I'm a member of the Management Committee of Greater Manchester Hazard Centre, which is why I get landed with trying to control this particular section of conference most years. It's going to be particularly difficult tonight because we've got a range of very, very good speakers, each one of whom would quite happy to speak for a couple of hours on their topic. But I know they all want to finish by 9 o'clock fairly properly, so I'm going to be quite hard on the speakers as we go through the agenda tonight. And obviously, an awful lot of the information that they would like to get across to you will be on the slides, and the slides will be going up on the Hazards website shortly after conference, so the information that they've come all this way to give you will be available to you. Can I just ask, first of all, if you've not already done so, if you've got a mobile phone, if you either turn it off or turn it to silent, so that we don't disturb the speakers when they're going through the presentation tonight. And can I just formally welcome you to this, the 30th Hazards Conference, where we're going to tackle the issue of toxic work. And welcome particularly the new people who it's the first conference they come to, welcome to this little corner of sanity in the world. You're amongst normal, sane people here. In a little cocoon for the next couple of days, away from all the mad things that are happening out there, amongst like-minded friends. And it's a good opportunity to network with them and make sure that you go back to your workplace convinced you're not the mad one after all. You're actually quite right in the things you're saying. So it's a very important part of the whole weekend. That's all I want to say by way of introduction to the general system. I'm going to first of all hand you over to Janet Newsham, who's one of the people, particularly the main person, who does all the hard work that makes this conference such a success. And she's going to go through some of the house rules and just set the scene for us.
Apologise if there's been any mistakes up to now. Okay, hopefully we'll rectify and you'll have a good weekend anyway. Welcome to the 30th Hazards Conference, Cleaning Up Toxic Work. I hope you enjoyed the Agri-Prop Theatre that was written and performed by the boss of all bosses, Hilda Palmer. And over the weekend we'll be exploring new ways to get our message across, and not least those ones that are going to attend the singing campaign meeting on tomorrow. So how can we, showing how we can make music to get our message. And I promise I'm not going to start singing for you tonight. But we have a serious theme. Workers are working in toxic suits of chemicals and exposed to all sorts, including silica, asbestos, but also workers working in toxic working conditions, precarious contracts, intense and excessive workloads, bullying, sexual harassment and sexual and physical violence. Workers' health is suffering and their safety is being put at risk in the name of profit. And at the top of this, on top of this, we have a newly unelected Prime Minister replacing an unrepresentative Prime Minister in a party which represents the elite, the few. They are brutal, cruel bullies, sadistic schoolboys, pulling the legs off spiders one by one. And our message from here is if you're going to expose us to toxic workplaces, toxic conditions and toxic substances, then we will expose you. We have a fantastic lineup of speakers over the weekend. Hugh Robertson, who I've put recently retired and he hasn't yet. Mandy Hawes from the United States, who will be fantastic, a great privilege to have you here, Mandy. Andy Watterson, who's a friend from the Hazards campaign and has got a wealth of knowledge and expertise that he's going to share. And Hilda Palmer, who's going to be speaking passionately on behalf of FAM. And then on Sunday we've got Harminder Bains, who's at the centre of our own spy and Russian drama, and you'll find it interesting to hear what she has to say. Dan Shear's talking about the fantastic work GMB are doing with the Amazon workers. And Sarah Woolley, who's from the Bakers Union, who's doing fantastic work on the green agenda, but also the McDonald's strikers, working with McDonald's strikers. And finally our fantastic young speaker that's coming tomorrow, Claire Trevors, a TGI Friday activist and striker, who I hope will inspire you to do more. We hope that you're going to enjoy the conference and leave here feeling more confident, with more skills, knowledge and a network of contacts and friends. There are lots of new names here. I'm going to put your hands up if you're here for the first time. Right, I'll give you to say it. Not in a stalkish kind of way, but if you see any of these people here on their own, not with anybody, go and talk to them, make sure that everybody feels welcome. We pride ourselves at the Hazards Conference of keeping everybody involved and being inclusive. Please make sure you do that. I would like to place on record my thanks to all those members of the Hazards Campaign and the Greater Manchester Hazards Centre for the phenomenal work in organising this conference. It is a truly team effort. Please make sure you go to the workshops that's on your name plate, I don't know what to call them, name things. Badge, that's it. It says the workshop rooms. We have to allocate you to different workshops, and the rooms are dependent on the numbers, so that's why we say please make sure you go to them. Wear your badge at all times. In your badge there's lots of information that's been provided by many different organisations and your trade unions. All that's going to be relevant to your workshops that you go into, the meetings and the campaigns, to take back to your workplace and branches afterwards. Inside of young workers leaflet, which I hope you will give to a young worker that you might know, a young worker that's in your family or anybody at work. That's information for them. You've got information about TUCAN, the Trade Union Clean Air Network, Hazards Magazine, a fantastic Hazards Magazine, which is our source of all our information. It is absolutely brilliant, and you need to make sure that you're supporting it and use that information. You've also got your programme, sponsorship record of all the branches and organisations that sponsored this event, and an evaluation sheet which we'd ask you to complete by the end of the conference and fill in and put on the desk, registration desks. Some of your tutors will ask you to complete RAPA forms or enrolment forms. Please do this. These are trade union education tutors that have come here in their own time to deliver the sessions, and it helps them with their funding and numbers if you do that. You've been given postcards this morning and this afternoon as you come here. Please fill them in if you've not done so already, put them in the box, but take some back to your workplaces and get other people to fill them in as well. And I'll say this more than one time probably, but if anyone has any problems whatsoever over the weekend, please come to us. We're trade unionists. We are like your representatives at work, and you go to your representatives at work if there's any problems. Please do that. If you've got problems with your accommodation, your bedroom accommodation, first of all go to Keele, to the staff at Keele behind the reception desk. But if there's no solution to it, come to us and we will seek to resolve it. Tweet, use social media, use the hashtag #Has2009 to get our message out into the other world. As we say, our message is vital. Red tape is better than bloody bandages. And we want you to put these bad employers on notice that if they expose us to toxic substances, etc., toxic workplaces, we will expose them. We will name and shame them. Don't forget to complete, as I said, the evaluation forms, and also to fill in an envelope if you want information about next year's Hazards Conference posting out to you. There's going to be some on the desk for you to do that. If you're going home by train, make sure you fill in the forms that are on the notice board opposite the registration desk to book onto taxis, to the minibuses to get back to the station. Please be punctual. It helps the workshop leaders if you are. And if you've got any diet needs that you've told us about, please make yourself known to the people in the restaurant to make sure you're having the right diet. There are pictures to buy, glasses to give a donation to, which will all go towards the Hazard Campaign. And don't forget the exhibition stands out there. There's games, there's a quiz night tomorrow, there's lots of things to keep you involved and keep you interested. But above all, please talk to each other and network. Just before I end, just mention a couple of names. So Bob Wood is the organiser for the UK Stress Network. Is being treated for cancer and has had to give us apologies for this weekend, and we'd all like to remember him and wish him well. But we also want to remember John Crust. He's run a workshop for us on fire safety for a number of years, and sadly in April he died. So as we remember him, we have a minute silence for him, we also want to remember all those in the Fact family who've died over the years. So can we have a minute silence, please? Thank you.